As a CEO, how do you decide what time horizon to focus on in your work?
Well, as a company, we've changed the horizons that we've looked at, over the years that we've been operating. I think in our first year, we set an annual budget, whatever, and we focused on month to month, and as we grew, we got better and we did annual budgets. And now we're in a planning cycle that's closer to 18 months to 3 years in its horizon. So it's changed a lot. And we're always having to make choices around the balance between the long-term strategic investments that may not pay out for a significant period of time versus we've got to hit this number this month. And it's terribly difficult to make that judgment, but we have to make it. We have to make it all the time. And we have a fixed resource, we can add to, but at any given moment, we've got a certain amount of people, a certain amount of hours. And we aren't a sort of early stage venture-backed revenue nil business. We're a real business that generates cash and is growing through its core of what it does. And it's a very difficult judgment call. So I guess the summary is the time horizons are getting longer and longer, which is great because it allows us to plan for these investments and looking at the longer term stuff. And it's always hard. It's never going to be easy. And sometimes your ratios change. Sometimes you've got 60% on long-term stuff, 40% on short-term stuff, and then the shit starts to hit the fan and the short-term stuff, and you say, whoa, we need to pull some of this longer-term thing into the next 6 months in order, because we'll never get to the long-term stuff if we don't rebalance it. So you're always juggling, spinning plates. But that's the fun of it, right? Otherwise, people would get bored and wouldn't be exciting.
How has the concept of managing cash flow changed as your business has become more profitable, and it's now about what do we do with this money that we're making, and where do we invest it, and what part is for security and what part's for growth?
Well, we're funding operations out of, literally the revenue that's coming into the business. So we plan our annual budgets. We essentially look at what the EBITDA will be, and I say, well, no, I want it to be 3 times that, or I'll say, let's make it 0 and invest all of that money into people or into buying things or using cash to buy things or whatever it might be. So the answer is we plan it on an annual basis, and then within the year we make tactical choices to say, let's spend more here, let's get this person. One of the risks, though, the more tactical you are about it, is you don't pause to step back and reflect on, wow, my EBITDA margin is never going to be 10, 20, 30%. We're never going to get to that optimum level because we're always just, shoveling more coal into the fire. So it's a mixture of short-term and long-term horizons for cash management.